Hello guys, Nato Acer once again, and normally I really don't do this, but maybe just this once I'm gonna do this. And what is it? Well, if you're watching this right now at a certain time, looking at by the title, well, I am gonna be streaming right now. Yes, so this is gonna be the first time actually I'm announcing that I am gonna be streaming. And the game I'll be streaming is I really promised this back in July 2015, which is Rare Month, which is supposed to end me playing Rare Replay, for Twitch. So if you're again watching this right now and you're watching it in a certain time that the title basically said, then there you go. Go check my Twitch channel. It's on the links on the description box. If you're interested in watching me play Rare Replay, I'll try to give you an explanation what the game is. It's actual history of Rare from Nintendo to Microsoft. So check it out. So with that, thanks for watching this video and check out my stream. What you saw there is an old recording from 2016. Originally, I had a plan for Rare Replay to do a Twitch streaming, but unfortunately, like I said, the end of July of 2015, what happened was there was some, let's just say, financial hurdles. I did not get the game until Christmas of 2015, and then by the time that month came, I lost interest of doing streaming. But I did promise my viewers that on the summer of 2015 Rare Month, that in the end of that special, I was gonna do some sort of Rare Replay showcase or streaming. So finally, 5 years later, I finally decided, hey, you know what? Let's do something about this, and that is, for a long time, I'm gonna be doing a showcase and commentary for this episode. So this special Megamix game showcase, Rare Replay, will also come with commentary, technically maybe giving my impression, my thoughts, the history behind why I did the Rare Month in 2015. I know that's a long time ago. Yeah, so with that, enjoy the episode. Hello guys, it's Nato Ace here, and finally I am going to do episode 216 Rare Replay with commentary. So it's been a while when I did a showcase and commentary. So for people who don't know what that is, it's actually me doing commentary on games. So here's a backstory about this particular game. So while I kind of give my backstory about what is a showcase and commentary, you can check out, of course, one of Rare Replay's or Rare's earliest game, Jetpac, was actually a remake for the 360. And of course, if you have Donkey Kong 64, it was a in-game hidden mode mini game. Yeah, I kind of miss that game, Donkey Kong 64, to some extent, collectibles, but that's a different story there. So for people who don't know what is a showcase and commentary, is an episode that's dedicated to showcasing while I actually give a backstory, my opinion, my thoughts, my impression of a particular game. For in this case is Rare Replay. And of course, if you followed me in 2015, I did during the summer. Funny how it's like 5 years later, I did a Rare Month leading up to a stream of Rare Replay. But of course, I didn't really get the game during the summer. Then I got it like as a gift, like later that year for Christmas. And then after a while, I just didn't really have an interest of doing streaming. I did try for a while because Sony was actually kind of pushing that. So I tried for a while, but then my conclusion is it's really not for me, because the whole point of streaming is you do play the game with the public, with your fans, but at the same time you cannot talk about whatever related to the game or not. So that's why I didn't have any interest about it.
and there's more than meets the eye of the culture of streaming. I mean, there was even one point a guy that I know technically made a smart ass remark about me not engaging with a fan, but I mean, again, I was just learning, but you know, whatever, it is what it is there. So now, instead of doing a streaming for this, and I did promise that, hey, I gotta do Rare Replay, so finally 5 years later, I know it's kind of sad. Again, things happen, life. So, with that, episode 216, Rare Replay will be a showcase and commentary. And with that, let's talk about this game. So, of course, like I said, it's called Jetpac. It's from the Spectrum. When I first heard about this, it was on Donkey Kong 64. Like, oh, then I kind of did a research on what Rare is. Because, believe it or not, for the first time for me, I have heard of the company Rare. But when I really got into what Rares are, is when they team up with Nintendo. Yes, I know a lot of people have been complaining, been wondering why Nintendo didn't buy Rare, why did it end up with Microsoft? Because Nintendo probably didn't have the money, or they didn't really say, well, we don't really need Rare as our own company. They can have more freedom, we just work with them. But of course, they needed the money, so Rare said, well, I mean, I can't really pass up the opportunity. So the company said, alright, well, team up with Microsoft. And of course, you know what happened? During the 360, they were known for doing Kinect Sports, which is not really that fun. And of course, in the Xbox One, they did Sea of Thieves, that like a weird online pirate first person. A lot of people said it was okay, but again, first person, not really my cup of tea. They did do a new Banjo for the 360, but people didn't really like it because it was a weird, you gotta build stuff, and then it's some open world. They wanted the OG Banjo, so they did kind of do that one, of course, an HD5 version. And then, of course, there was even a controversy with, believe it or not, with GoldenEye, I think. There was a rumor there was going to be the virtual console. There was also an arcade Xbox version, but nothing really happened there. So that is what I knew about Rare. It's from Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, should Nintendo ever bought them? Maybe, but again, it's a business there. So you just saw, you know, failed playing Jetpac. Again, it's from the Spectrum, a really classic one. So I mean, I never even heard of it until I heard Jetpac. And like I said, there is a remake that maybe in the long run I'll do like a quick showcase of that one. So anyway, what is Rare Replay? Of course, collection of all games that was developed by Rare. From the Spectrum, the NES, the Super Nintendo, the arcade, the N64, and of course the 360. So the next game you're now watching is Battletoads for the arcade. Yes, this is an arcade version that was made after the NES. There was one point when I did a showcase in the past and I said it was before the NES, and somebody just, well, they correct me, which is, again, I don't mind. Always correct me if I said something wrong, criticize me. That's how we learn. That's, as people, that's what we learn. So, yeah, but the way the person was aggressive, but again, it is what it is, the internet. So yeah, this game is actually made after, and it was published by EA, developed by Rare. So I was surprised about that. And the funny part, I did say NES. I don't know. No, I don't think there's no NES game in Rare Replay. So apologies for that one. But there was an NES Battletoads, which weird is not in here. So it's kinda, I mean, why not even a DLC? But it is what it is there. So of course, everybody knows what Battletoads is. It's a hard game. It's a fun game. You've seen people trying to do speed run and stuff. So, like, what I think about this game, it is actually fun. Again, it's a Battletoads. It is, it is hard. It is hard. And no matter what Battletoads you play, they're hard. I mean, you see me do showcase with the original Battletoads, of course, Battletoads for the Super Nintendo, and of course, one of my favorite ones, Battletoads and Double Dragon. It plays like Battletoads, and that game is also hard. Yeah, I mean, believe me, those are hard games, but they're fun. I mean, of course, there's going to be a new Battletoads coming for Xbox One or Series X. I don't even know. Maybe it's Xbox One. Of course, it's going to be smart delivery to the X series. A lot of people did say they have concern about the art design and also how the game is a bit slower. I mean, it's a fast-paced game for a beat 'em up, and it's, like I said, it is very, very hard. So they have a lot of concern about that one, but again, who knows? We'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Got beat up by Christmas mice or rats, because there's also rats there. So here we go once again. You're gonna try it out, playing as Pinball. So the best part of the arcade version, I think, one reason I think it probably they chose this one, you get to play as 3 of the Battletoads. Usually it's only 2 out of the 3, which is weird. Battletoad and Double Dragon were actually all 3 of them. So there you go. But yeah, I mean, like I said, game's hard, but it's really fun. It's one of those really hard OG game. I mean, again, you gotta keep in mind that the NES was meant to be hard because of, from the perspective of business, to have a longevity for the game. And of course, if you follow Mike Matei, he did actually beat this game from what I heard. I didn't see the video, but I heard that he did beat it without any cheat code. He can actually beat it, which is, I'm surprised that he should get like some sort of like Guinness Book of Record or some sort of award for beating most of the hardest games. Kind of weird. Like, he also finished Star Wars for the Famicom, and that's actually hard. He did he did Battletoad, but I was gonna say Ninja Gaiden, the first one. He did without, again, no code or whatever, and that game is hard, but you know, we'll see. I mean, yeah, he had potential. Like, he's OG. Like, when it comes to like any hardcore game or anything classic, he's good at it. Like, he really takes his time. I mean, you might say, well, does Mike Matei know about modern? Oh, definitely. He just loves the OG games. I mean, well, there you go, game over. Like I said, game's hard. But I know, like, there was a bit of a controversy about him talking about rewind feature, but he did say that he was just addressing to the people who brag, oh, I finally finished the game after this long years. I mean, brag or not, it doesn't matter. But like I said, for me personally, I love the replay, the rewind feature, the save state, because I'm an old fogey, man. I'm an old fogey. I'll put a video in the bottom of the description, or on the description, for my thoughts on him about doing, or giving his opinion about the rewind feature. So, one thing interesting about the rare replays, they have some sort of like a theater simulation, and then again showing out the game. So again, me picking another game, the N64, and then of course there's one for the original Xbox, Ghoul, and then of course 360 game. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, nuts and bolts. Like I said, not a lot of people like it. I mean, do I like the new Banjo design? Sure, why not? It's the latest one. I know it was smart for not doing the latest one, because if they did, oh boy. So I'm gonna skip here. I'm not gonna show you me playing Bad Fur Day because it's just really inappropriate. Haha. So the next one, Blast Corp. So another game that is from the N64. Basically, it's a weird demolition / construction. You play as construction vehicle. Heck, there's even a point that you can actually, believe it or not, even play as a robot here, but I have not reached that far. I mean, it's not that bad for that game. Again, I never played in the N64. Remember, for me personally, believe it or not, I got the N64 when the GameCube was already out. Alright, so I'm gonna try to explain this mission. So you play as this bulldozer. If you see that red thing, that's a tank with nuclear crap inside. It's a nuclear tank, a fuel tank, and you have to clear the area before that red truck hits anything. Well, you're kind of screwed. So here we go. Let me see what's going on here. You must complete remove all obstacles from danger. Yeah, that's a tank. Not a tank.
I hope this works.
Like one of those helicarrier, or helicopter that picks up people. But yeah, there you go. See, that's what happened when you hit the truck. I'm an idiot with that one. So PSA, don't do that. So I mean, again, it's something different. So I gotta give props to Nintendo at a time, trying something new. So it is something new because lately, if you follow the Wii U, you hardly do any new IP, and that's why a lot of people were like concerned. But of course, props that on the Switch they finally going back of putting new IP. I mean, granted Splatoon, but it was like late in the game. So I'm gonna stop talking for a while and just show you how this mode works. So again, I'm a bulldozer, and I have to keep it clear. If I don't, the tank, the red nuclear tank, is gonna kaboom. Hits. Oh yeah, and then by the way, there's also like a camera change just to kind of show you status where the red truck is. Again, I have to admit, it is actually fun because you're like, oh, I gotta clear the area. The truck's gonna hit something. You kind of like, you know, there's like a shack there, or was a shack. My mistake. Can't tell the 32-bit graphic, but yeah. So the red truck just goes like in a straight line. But again, if you see there's like there's a target where you're supposed to. So, oh yeah, and then of course you can actually get out. So, kind of weird why, but I'm trying to figure out how to get. Because like I said, I never played this game. It's probably one of the problem also is that the controls. And there you go. And it kind of gives you a hint which one to destroy. So you know. And there's another tanker truck. So there, they kind of give you a hint that hey, you know. I'm just gonna hit that red tanker, so you better like move out of the way or you kind of screwed. There you go. I mean, it kind of helps you, like there is some sort of like tutorial or hints that can help. Hey, how do you pass this game? Well, I mean, like I said, it's not for everyone, but it is kind of interesting, like the idea behind it. I gotta admit, the music is really catchy too. Yeah, from what I heard also that there will be like mission when you have to change the vehicle during the game.
You can do this.
Oh, and accidentally do like play it again. The whole point is to get as high score as you can. Maybe put it on the Twin Galaxy and stuff like that, but I don't know. So. Yeah, good thing that I did quit out.
Go for it.
Yeah, I keep pushing the wrong mode. Or unless there's something new. I'm not really sure what's going on. Like, the downside with this is like the hub is kind of like confusing. I'm just guessing, I think I'm just playing the same game. Or wait, maybe this is a different one, I can't remember. I really should read the text every time they kind of tell you what you're supposed to do, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, I see. So I was right. I was supposed to just go to the truck, which whatever. Alright, so we're gonna move on, and this one's gonna be interesting. You're the clear truck, and what it is that it kind of bashes things from the side. So yeah, it's weird, but you'll see what it is. So yeah, you'll understand what I meant there. Oh, and it's not in a rail line, like you really have to control it. And the objective is you're gonna have to hit like the building using that truck that only smash things from the side. And like I said, the controls are a little challenging, but again, that's the whole point of the game. And you're supposed to find something. Of course, you got a limit, but it kind of makes sense. Oh no, you just have to demolish stuff.
You're just trying to.
And then of course the hint is how fast can you do it. The side swipe, huh? Makes sense. Alright, so that's basically Blast Corp. Interesting, it was an N64 title. Again, like I said, I don't think it's a bad game, but for I don't know how much it was for the N64, probably not. But for as a rare replay, it makes more sense. So again, just back to the hub, and I wonder what I'm playing next. Oh yeah, that's another part about this one. First of all, you gotta keep in mind rare replay. It's a Xbox One game. However, the 360 game, believe it or not, you have to install the game. Yeah, no joke. Perfect Dark 0, Banjo 1 and 2, Banjo 3, Viva Pinata. Believe it or not, you have to install the game. So you have to. I know it's weird, but it is. But the rest, the Xbox original, anything before that, then it's in the disc itself. And believe it or not, for me, I mean, I'm able to play without it also, which is kind of weird. I'm kind of confused, but yeah. And of course, it doesn't play on the PC. I know if you heard about Play It Anywhere, that's only in certain games. And I think only if you bought it digitally, but if you bought it physically, no dice. So, okay, here's a game called Digger, and it is an NES game. I never heard of it now, so again, it's like a crossover of Dig Dug and Mr. Driller meets Gyromite, looks like it. So, yeah, I mean, well, just see for yourself what the game's about. And I guess you're supposed to find a door. That's basically it. Yeah, so like I said, rare replay, or not a bad, like for $20 actually. Like I said, the game I think was $30 when it first started. And again, it's like all classic game. Hopefully they do another rare replay in the long run. But like I said, Rare itself, my thoughts about the company, I don't think they're bad. It was just a business decision that they did join with Microsoft. Yes, it is kind of unfortunate that they were focusing more on the Kinect because, again, you know, at the time, casual was a big thing, so they went there for the Kinect, you know, trying to compete with the Wiimote and the VR. Or not VR, excuse me, no, not VR, that's the PS4. The PlayStation Move, which is, again, motion control. They're trying to copy Nintendo, which again, a lot of people like that because they don't like when Nintendo's copying anyone else. They want other company copy Nintendo because, you know, you guys are Nintendo bias, but that's a different story there. And yeah, I mean, like, I'm surprised some of this game I never heard of. Like I said, when I heard of replay, I was thinking of Donkey Kong Country, Killer Instinct. Yeah, the big one is Killer Instinct. And yeah, I just stopped there. So, next one, again, going back to the Spectrum, is Saber Wolf. Yeah, there is a remake on the Game Boy Advance. I did a showcase already in the past. Again, maybe if I remember, I'll put a link on that particular episode. So, again, it's a weird, you're like a safari man and you're hunting, and I guess you're defending yourself against wild animals. Alright, like, nothing much to say about it. It's from the Spectrum. But anyway, back to my story about my rare replay, or why can't you say rare replay? Rare. And that, yeah, I mean, I don't think they're a bad company, like I said. And I know there was even a story with the N64 or the Ultra 64 at the time. They just decided to keep the name consist, so it kind of makes sense. I mean, don't confuse your consumer unless you have to. Market reason for the title, but yeah, the story behind for that one is that what am I gonna say, that they did team up with Midway, believe it or not, for the N64 for Killer Instinct. Yeah, Killer Instinct 1, believe it or not, it wasn't just Rare that developed the game. It was a partnership with Nintendo doing the funding and Midway. So the arcade version was actually Midway who published it. Of course, on the console version was Nintendo. And yes, originally, believe it or not, that Killer Instinct 1 was originally going to be the N64, but a lot of things happened and they said, well, we're having a hard time, we're just going to skip that to Killer Instinct 2. So instead, they have the SNES version of Killer Instinct. Not bad. Again, I did a showcase in that one. So, I'm gonna put some of the links that I did related to Rare at the games that I showcased. So before I close it, yes, I'm gonna close it with, believe it or not, Killer Instinct 2. So yes, like I said, originally Killer Instinct was gonna be the N64, but then a lot of things happened, and they said, well, couldn't do it anymore. So instead, they did it with Killer Instinct 2 Gold, which is supposed to be an improved version from the arcade. I have played the arcade version also, and of course, via Rare Replay, you got Killer Instinct 2. I'm not really a fan of Killer Instinct, believe me. I used to in the past, but not anymore. And guess what? And of course, in the past, I did like a stream, and yes, a stream of Killer Instinct for the Xbox One. The new version that is free to play. Of course, there's a paid version. Of course, there's a collector's version. And of course, there's, I don't know if they're gonna do another version. And I know Maximilian was disappointed that as of right now, there's no report, rumor, or anything about Killer Instinct. He's trying to bring back Killer Instinct. And of course, Killer Instinct was supposed to be at EVO 2020 online. And of course, you know what? After that, company or organization, yeah, links come in the description box if you want to know what happened. Kind of unfortunate, but it is. So, anyway, here it is, Killer Instinct 2. Supposed to be much better than Killer Instinct. It has a weird chain combo special move thing. And of course, the guy that I like to play is Saber Wolf. Well, of course, speaking of Saber Wolf, also he plays much easier. Almost everyone plays differently in Killer Instinct, the new one, because he doesn't play as the original one. And of course, remember I was talking about Battletoads in the beginning. Rash is in the game because again, Rare, you know, they're putting guest characters. Well, they're gonna bolster the roster, so why not just put any characters from Microsoft? So you got, what's his name, Rash. You got some General Wham from Halo, not Halo, Gears of War. There was the alien from Halo. That's what I'm talking about. Who else? Yeah, I think I don't remember. There's a 4th guest character. I don't know. Of course, they brought all the old character back, even the boss's idol, which looks goofy. And apparently, Max has something to do with it. But whatever. Gargos, boss for the second one. And then, of course, I don't know who the boss in the third one. They're either a new character or someone. I mean, they had some cool new characters that I saw. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's Killer Instinct. Let's see if they're gonna do Killer Instinct 2 or Killer Instinct for the Series X, which probably is also gonna be compatible with Xbox One. You heard what Microsoft approach to their first party game at launch is that it's gonna be generations. Gonna be an Xbox One version, then a Series X version, and again, potato, different perspective. Most people prefer just make that game for the new console, screw the old one, because it kind of holds back. I can understand. That's why Resident Evil 8 or Village or whatever. Apparently, Capcom said that it's only going to be in the PlayStation 5, Series X, and of course PC. You do gotta keep in mind that PC gets improved in a daily or monthly or yearly basis versus console. But of course, there's a lot of hurdles. And again, I was listening to one of Max's video about why some of his friends don't really care about PC game because they don't want to deal with optimizing the frame rate, the settings, and whatever. And I can agree with that. I mean, I'm not that good, but I can understand it a bit. But one of Max's friends did say he's not a fan of PC game because he doesn't want to deal with the crap of trying to optimize it, performance. Yeah, because believe it or not, if you notice, like a good example for me is the Idea Factory games. They run in 60 frames on Steam versus on console. Case in point, and I'm probably gonna do a showcase on this game in the long run. Mega Dimension Neptunia V2R. Yes, I have it on PS4, but also I have it on Steam, option reason. But the Steam version runs in 60 frames because I just bought a new computer. I know. Bye wallet. But anyway, same deal with their other Idea Factory games. They run in 60 frames. Like they can run in 60 frames there. So that's why you notice one of the showcases I did, or two of them, is Neptunia, Unleash You, and Rebirth 1. They were in 60 frames, but of course they're like PC version and the Vita. Okay, so again, back to Killer Instinct. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad game. Let's see if they're gonna do a new one. If they do, I know Max will be happy. I do like the Xbox One version. It's much easier, able to pull some combos, especially ended with a ultra combo. But of course, I'm not that good. And of course, you can also play it on PC. I don't know if I bought the physical version is play it anywhere. That'd be nice, but who knows? I mean, as long as it's attached to your account, probably. But we'll see. We'll see. So. Anyway, that is my thoughts on Rare Replay when I chose this. Because Rare, believe it or not, kind of revolutionized 3D game with Nintendo, and that's what people kind of knew what Rare is. I mean, Donkey Kong Country, if it wasn't for Rare, there wouldn't be Diddy Kong, there wouldn't be King K. Rool. Of course, the new Donkey Kong Country game that's from the Wii U, and Switch as a enhanced port. So yeah, Rare Replay, like I said, I think it's $20. You can get it cheap. So if you have an Xbox One, you probably want to get this. I mean, again, like I said, it's cheap. And of course, probably going to be compatible with the Series X in the long run. I don't know if it's going to be enhanced, but it's probably going to look nice. So yeah, so I'm going to end here my commentary and let you guys enjoy the last part of Killer Instinct 2 Gold, part of Rare Replay, originally in the N64. So, like, would I give this game Rare Replay? I'm gonna give it, believe it or not, a 7 out of 10 because the games are just hard and none of the games are for everyone. And some of them you have to install it, gonna get convoluted. There you go. But Rare itself, yeah, they're good. Hopefully they'll do better for the Series X. So. Enjoy the last part of this showcase of Rare Replay. So, with that, I'll see you guys later.